In this video, I will be discussing the various ways of moving a library from one device to another. To begin, I will cover the simplest method to move a library, which is the Library Backup and Restore feature. A separate tutorial video covers the backup and restore features in detail, so I will just be demonstrating the steps necessary to move a library between devices using a backup file. First, I will navigate to the Library Backup dialog by tapping the Overflow menu, then Settings, Backup and Restore, and Backup Library. For this example, I will be using Google Drive to store the backup file, as this eliminates the need to manually transfer the backup file to the other device. Next, I will tap the folder icon and then Google Drive. Once I am in the file browser, I will select a folder named Backups and then tap Save to accept the default backup file name. I can then tap OK, and the backup file is generated and uploaded to the cloud. I can now switch over to the second device, which will be a Windows device, in order to demonstrate moving a library between platforms. The process is the same on every platform. I first tap the Overflow menu, then Settings, Backup and Restore, and Restore Library from Backup. I can then tap the folder icon, followed by Google Drive, and then select the backup file that was uploaded to Google Drive in the Backups folder. After tapping OK, the backup file will be restored. After the restore finishes, I can return to the library screen and see all of the songs that were extracted from the backup. I should mention that restoring a backup file also transfers all application settings, preventing the need for additional steps to handle that. Another option for transferring a library between devices is to use the library synchronization feature. A separate tutorial video is available which covers the library synchronization feature in detail, so only an overview will be shown in this video. To use this method, I will synchronize directly to another device over Wi-Fi. I first tap the Overflow menu, then Sync Library, and finally synchronize to a device. I will set the primary device as the server, the secondary device as the client, and then set the sync type to Update Client. Next, I will tap Create Server on the primary device, and I will connect to that server on the client. After the synchronization is complete, The entire library will be present on the client device, which we can see on the library screen. However, it should be noted that the library synchronization feature currently does not transfer application settings. This will become an option in the future, but for now, users should manually export the settings from their primary device, copy these settings to the secondary device, and import them. To do this, tap the Overflow menu, then Settings, Backup and Restore, and Export Settings. I will select the same folder on Google Drive that was used for the backup file as the destination, tap Save, and then tap OK. On the client device, I can select the Import Settings option, then navigate to the same Google Drive folder, and select the .mcf file that was generated. This will move over all of the application settings. The last thing that should be mentioned is that the free companion application can also be used to create a backup file from one device and restore that backup file on another device. To demonstrate this, I first will establish the connection to the primary device over Wi-Fi. After the two devices are connected, I can then click File, and Backup Library. Next, I will select a folder on the C drive to store the backup file. After tapping Start, the backup file will be generated and sent over from the tablet. Once the backup is complete, I then disconnect from the primary device and connect to the secondary device. I can then click File, and Restore Library from Backup. On this dialog, I can click the folder icon, select the .msb file that was generated, and tap Start. The backup file will then be sent wirelessly to the second device. Restoring a backup file through the companion app can optionally restore application settings, as it is identical to just restoring the backup file on the device itself. As demonstrated in this video, it is very easy to move a library between devices when using either a backup file or the library synchronization feature. Thank you for watching. To find more tutorial videos, click the links below or visit www.zubersoft.com. There are videos covering both basic features in MobileSheets as well as more advanced topics like MIDI.